Yes, guys, welcome back to the channel. We are on week 20 already. Time is absolutely flying by. It's 2025 and there's plenty of more football action to look forward to. So let's have a little prediction for match day 20 before we start. Then, of course, if you are liking the content, please feel free to subscribe and set yourself up for some notifications. Maybe even give the video a like if you do like it. Before we crack on with week 20's predictions, let's take a quick look back at week 19. The pressure increased on Ruben Amorim and Manchester United as the Portuguese manager basically said, "Boys, we are about to get fucking relegated," after their latest poor showing as they lost at home to Newcastle. Liverpool, led by the unbelievable Mo Salah and Trent Alexander, absolutely kicked the living shits out of West Ham. Forest made it 5 wins in a row to temporarily move up into second place. That is until Arsenal played on Wednesday night and beat Brentford 3-1. Ipswich shocked Chelsea, and there was more misery for Southampton and the inconsistent Tottenham Hotspurs. So what does this do to the league table? Let's have a quick look. Liverpool are still first with a game in hand on 45 points. Arsenal are second with 39 points. Forest are still flying high after they made it 5 victories in a row with 37 points. The gap between Chelsea and Liverpool has opened up to 10 points now as Chelsea lost for a second consecutive game. Newcastle are up to 5th with 32 points. Manchester City finally won and they are in 6th with 31 points. Back-to-back draws means Bournemouth are on 30 points in 7th. Fulham 29 points in 8th. Villa are down to 9th. They are on 29 points. And straight in the middle, it's Brighton with 27 points. Now into the bottom half of the league table, we have Tottenham Hotspurs with 24 points, joint with Brentford. They are on 24 points, but have a much better goal difference than Brentford. West Ham are 13th with 23 points. Manchester United are in 14th with 22 points. Crystal Palace have made a bit of a gap between them and the bottom 3. They're on 20 points in 15th. Everton 16th place with 17 points, and then we have Wolves in 17th with 16 points. And then the bottom 3, Ipswich, have jumped above Leicester City. They have 15 points now, and then Leicester and Southampton make up the bottom 2. So let's get stuck straight into the predictions for match day 20, should we? And the weekend kicks off with a nice, juicy offering of Spurs versus Newcastle. Newcastle have won 5 off the last 5 matches against Tottenham, including 6-1 and 4-0 thrashings. Newcastle right now in the form of their lives, having recorded 4 straight victories and in the process scoring 13 goals and conceding a measly none. Spurs are currently struggling without their core back line. Of course, Vicario, Van der Ven and Romero all out and on a run off 1 victory in their last 5 matches. I can't unfortunately see things changing here for Spurs, but could their kamikaze and Postecoglou style upset Newcastle's rhythm? In all honesty, I don't think we are going to see that, and I'm going to go for another Newcastle victory, this time letting in a goal. It's going to be 2-1 to Newcastle away. Next, we have Aston Villa versus Leicester City. Leicester coming off the back of 4 straight losses, and things are looking very bleak for Van Nistelrooy and his men right now. In all honesty, they didn't play that bad against City, but their struggles just continue. Villa's obviously inconsistency continues with only 1 win in their last 4 matches, and will be looking for a win to keep up with the European places. Feels like Leicester need to find a victory from somewhere, but this might not be the one for them away at Villa. I'm going for a 3-1 win for Aston Villa. Next, we have Bournemouth versus Everton at the Vitality Stadium. Bournemouth's charge for Europe has been halted in recent weeks as they've drawn 2 in a row. Everton lost 2-0 at home last time out against high-flying Forest. Bournemouth will, of course, be looking to bounce back to winning ways and will want to keep their unbeaten streak up. It will be hard against Everton as they're very hard to break down and they do enjoy. Nothing pleases Sean Dyche more than frustrating a team in the top half of the table. And they might just do that this week, but I am going to go for Bournemouth just to pip this 1-0. Next, we have a London derby, Palace at home to Chelsea. Palace have not beaten Chelsea in the Premier League since 2017. It's such the dominance that they have in this London derby. Maresca coming up against his first blip as a Chelsea manager, as they have back-to-back losses, and an away day at Palace doesn't look like an attractive challenge, if I'm totally honest, especially as Palace have found form in recent weeks. Chelsea will be looking to bounce back to winning ways, and I expect a response from Maresca's men. I'm going for a 2-1 away win for Chelsea. Next, we have Manchester City versus West Ham. Man City are back to winning ways against relegation-threatened Leicester. West Ham coming off the back of a 5-0, of course, home battering from Liverpool, and the omens are not looking good for West Ham. They haven't beaten Manchester City in the Premier League since 2015. Manchester City will be looking to build on their victory and hope for back-to-back wins for the first time in seems like forever. This is probably a good match for City to try and continue their good form and start to string a set of results together. So I'm going to go for a 2-0 home victory for Manchester City. Next, we have Southampton versus Brentford. Southampton's poor form continued, of course, last time out at Palace, and Ivan Juric is still looking for his first victory. So a home match against a Brentford side that cannot buy an away win is a very good chance for them to change that. Brentford, what can we say? 2 points away from home all season. They'll be desperate to change this, so they will give as good as they can. But I am going to go for a 1-0 win. Juric picking up his very first victory as Southampton manager. Next, we have Brighton versus Arsenal at the Amex. Brighton are now 6 games without a victory, including 3 straight draws. Arsenal hoping to keep up pace with Liverpool. Away days at the Amex are never a simple task for anyone, but Arsenal don't really have any other choice here. They need to grab a result. They need to keep the pace with Liverpool. And I know Saka is out, but in Nwaneri, they do have a bright talent who is grabbing his very chance by the throat and taking it. And I think we're going to see another Arsenal victory. I'm going to go for a 2-1 away win for Arsenal. Next, we have Fulham versus Ipswich. High-flying Fulham come up against a regenerated Ipswich side after they beat Chelsea 2-0 last time out. Fulham will look to continue their 6-match unbeaten run with a home victory, and Ipswich will hope that they can grab something here to give them a boost in their survival chances, hopefully buoyed by the victory against Chelsea last time out. But I can see a Fulham victory here, so I'm going for a 3-0 home win for Fulham. Next, we have the most vicious derby in English football history. Liverpool at home versus Man Utd. 3-0, 7-0, 4-0, 5-0. This is just some of the recent results that Man Utd have had to endure in recent years against their biggest rival. And to be honest, with the current form of both teams, they could be facing another long afternoon. Liverpool have been absolutely rampant this season. Of course, Salah is in pure cheat mode. You'd like to think we might get a reply from Manchester United, but if they do start the match with Eriksen and Casemiro, I think it will be over in about 20 minutes. I can't see anything but a Liverpool win. Could be surprised, but I'm going for a 3-0 home win for Liverpool. It might be slightly tighter from Manchester United than last week. And then we finish off the week with Wolverhampton versus Nottingham Forest. The last 4 matches between these two sides have ended up in a draw. So could we see the pattern continue? Wolves have been brilliant since Pereira took over and will look to continue their new manager bounce back. Forest are the form team in the Premier League at the moment, having recorded 5 straight victories, including victories over United, Villa and Spurs. So I'll be extremely confident of picking up another victory or a result here. Cunha will, of course, as ever for Wolves, be the key for unlocking their defence. I think it's going to be a low-scoring fixture here, and I'm going to go for a 1-0 away win for Nottingham Forest. There you go, guys. There's my predictions for match week 20. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know your predictions, please. And if you are liking the content, please feel free to subscribe and like the video. And until next time, stay safe.